good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this morning. We are here to do some trading and have some fun. And at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent, by teaching you how to currency trade using our super accurate proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with what we consider to be the best in the business one-on-one training, personalized training. And that is, we consider that is the only way to successfully learn how to currency trade. It is the most efficient way, and ultimately it turns out to be the most cost-effective way to learn how to do it, to learn from people who know how to do it, who have a long history of success in doing it and can help you. With that, we're going to focus on two different trades. One is called the thick orange line trade, and the other is called a 10-point trade. We have over a dozen different signals, and as we train you, we find one that resonates with you and then build a trade plan around it. So let us get going, and we are going to start with listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Another great thing about our program is we do these live trades every day. If you're in the late program, we do them 3 times a week. Plus, you have the 2 intro to coaching sessions. So a little later this afternoon or a little later this morning at 9:30 Eastern, there is an intro to coaching session. And then tomorrow is a light member meeting. All give instruction, and then we'll be back here again Thursday morning to do another live trade. When you are a member, in addition to these sessions, we do a trade in the morning at 10 a.m. It's usually little short scalp trades that they do, and they close while you're watching. And then in the evening, we do the AIT, which is the Australian Impact Trade, where they're trading Australian pairs because it is morning time in Australia, and it's best to trade when it's morning time in specific markets. So lots of opportunities. I work off of a checklist, and that checklist is first I check that the charts are all live and connected, and just a couple minutes before we went on, my charts froze up, so I ended up having to close the window and reopen them. So I don't have all the charts set up. We will set them up as we go through the chart, but I do have them up. Review of yesterday. This is just good practice to get into. It's actually good practice on anything that you do, is to, at the end of the day, review your day, figure out what went well, what didn't, what you could improve. Here, as we're trading, we want to figure out which trades didn't go the way we wanted to and why. And by going back and taking a look and spending a few minutes thinking about it, that allows us to take corrective action to improve ourselves. As we are technical traders, which means we are trading based on price action, price movement, and our indicators are very good at picking up future moves. But News also impacts currency, so we want to know what upcoming news is so we can trade around it. And we do that by looking at forexfactory.com. Forex Factory summarizes the news into kind of 3 segments. Low impact, which is yellow, we don't need to worry about. Medium impact, which is orange. I usually do not worry about the orange ones, although some people will say if you get 2 orange ones back to back to worry about it. I don't. And high impact items, which are red items. So tonight at 8:30, there's a couple news items, one on consumer price index, on the Australian dollar. Any trade we take this morning should be done by well before 8:30. Typically, I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart, and on a 1-hour chart, I'm expecting the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. So we've got clear sailing, so let's get into it. This first chart we are going to use, excuse me, is the light major 6. Hold on a second. All right, the light major 6, which is in the chart of accounts here. Don't tell me we are frozen again. I want to. Oh, here we. Oh my. Oh, here we go. Wow. Did it again. It's frozen up. All right, so we're going to just close this and we're going to open a new window. Let me just check one more thing here. Control Alt Delete. Where is? So we're not straining the system. So let's try again. Secure Online Day Trading University. Indicators. And we'll just open up one at a time here. All right, so we are going to start. This is one of the charts that are in the standard layouts. I like to call it the composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs all on a 1-hour candle. And I start here. We're going to do the 10-point trade, and I start here in the middle with the middle chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line are major indicators. The black and gray line are minor indicators. The red horizontal line is the oversold. Blue horizontal line is the overbought. Basically, I'm looking for situations where we are oversold or overbought. And when we're oversold, my goal is to try to get all the lines to line up. And that gives me a high probability chance. So when we're oversold, I want to get all the lines going up to get a buy trade. And we're going to try to ride it right through the channel. And when all the lines are up above, I want to have all the lines pointing down so I can get a sell trade and, again, run it through the channel. So here on the Australian US dollar, we are in the middle of the channel and we're more than halfway. So I'm going to pass. Euro USD, we are overbought and going up. If you have not already, I would consider closing the trade from last night, as this seems to be petering out. It didn't hit the take profit, but it is profitable right now. So if you took that trade from last night, close it out now, or I'm going to close mine out when we're done with this session. So we're overbought. Minors are starting to come down. Majors are going up. So nothing there. pound dollar overbought. Everybody, miners are going sideways, majors going up, so nothing there. U.S. Canadian dollar oversold. Everybody's still kind of going down, so nothing there. USD CHF oversold, going down, nothing there. USD JPY, we are overbought. We've started to go into the channel. Miners are going down very steeply. Majors are going down, not quite as not steeply, almost sideways. 45-degree angle on these lines here. So right now I've got 3 points. 1 point that we were overbought. Now, even though they're in the channel, I'm considering they started overbought and they're going down, so that's okay. 2, that the lines are all kind of pointed down, the minors and the majors. And 3, I've got the red line has come over the top on the majors, and the black line is over on top on the minors. So I got 3 points here. When I have 3 points, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs, and I'm going to count how many lines are consistent with what's happening here, which is a sell signal. And I want at least 3 of the lines telling me sell. So the thin orange is telling me sell. The thick orange is telling me sell. Dotted blue is going up. Dotted blue is inverse. So when blue is going up, that means down. Dotted blue is going up, so that is sell. So the 3 lines are telling me sell. Then I want to get a piece of information from the pressure. And ideally, I want to see either the lines going down, and right now we've got kind of sideways pressure, or the red line on top, which I have. So I've got the red line on top, that's a point. So I've got 7 points here. One on the pressure, 3 on the majors and minors, and 3 on the TNTs. So I am going to do a little bit more of analysis here, and that little bit more of analysis is I want to know where the support and resistance is and what the trend is. So to do that, I am going to open a new chart. And I have some charts in here. Let's see if we have USD JPY, and we don't. So I'm going to just take the AUD USD and turn it into JPY USD. So I want to put support and resistance on there. Oops. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch up the chart so I can get a better look. And I'm going to drop some support and resistance on here. So I'm going to grab a horizontal line. So support and resistance is basically spots where the lines tend to naturally stop. The candles tend to naturally stop. So I've got a little bit right in here, right in here, right in here, right in here. And I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 above and 1 or 2 below. On a 1-hour chart, these tend to be about 30 pips apart on the euro dollar. So right in here, it seems to be bumping right in here, right in here, right in here. So I just drop the line on, and then I'm going to grab it and move it to where I want it. So right in here, right in here. 1, 2, I'm going to put 1 more above. And it's a little bit of an artwork to kind of figure this out. And there's some tricks to make the lines a little better. But I'm just kind of doing a quick and dirty here. So now I'm going to open it back up so I can see it a little bit better. And now that I can see it a little bit better, what is the trend? So the trend from this week is basically an uptrend, although last week was a downtrend. So we're going up, whereas last week we were going down. The trend is important because it helps me decide this trade. Unlike the trade that say you learn as a light, where it's just a plain three pip trade. I want to know this trade requires me to calculate how many pips I want to take. So then I want to know, well, how much room do I have between these support and resistance lines? Because the support and resistance lines are going to become the boundary of how much I want to take. So I've got about 11 pips down and 13 pips up. 11 pips down and 13 pips up. So that is part one. And now let's see, I'm going to open another chart, and I want to get some support for yes. Oh shoot. Let's go back here. I want to get some support for that signal that I saw. And that support is going to be we are going to, let's see, USD, JPY. What I want to do is look at a more detailed chart. And when I say a more detailed chart, I'm going to look at different time periods. So here's a 5-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, and a day chart. So here was the signal that we were looking at. 3 points here, 3 points here, 1 point here. What I want to see is I want to see if there is support for what I am seeing in this chart on the 1-hour chart, on the 2-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart. And I do see that. Basically, what I'm looking for is if this is overbought, I want to be overbought here and overbought here. I don't necessarily care that the lines are going down. In this case, they are, so that supports what I'm looking at. And in this case, they're starting to go down. So that supports what I'm looking at. I also have agreement on the pressure. I'm not as concerned on the pressure as I am on seeing that these lines are going down. So I've got support on the 2-hour and the 4-hour. So I don't have like the cross here, but they're overbought. So if I'm wrong on the 1-hour chart, my fix is on the 2 and the 4-hour chart, because if these are overbought, they're going to come down eventually. So if I don't get it, say this signal changes in the short term, eventually these are coming down. Overbought, they're going to come down. I don't pay attention on the 2 and the 4-hour what I'm seeing on the TNTs. I just want to see the majors and minors kind of going in the right direction, and I see that. So now in going back and taking a look, I want to we're trading against the trend. So I'm not going to go down to the resistance line and take the full 11. The question is, do I want to go down to here which is maybe 8, or here 5. Let's go ahead and take 5 pips on this, or 6 pips. We'll go ahead and take 6 pips. So, so to take 6 pips, I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4. This is a demo account. It has 10,900 in it. I am going to open up the USD JPY chart. So I go to File, New Chart, and then I'm going to look for USD JPY, which is in that first group. I open it. I like to look at the 1-hour chart. I go to the second line to New Order. Pops up this window. I look at how much I have in my account. Since we're going to be taking 2 trades, I am going to move this over 4 spots to get my lot size. So that is going to be 1.1. So 10.9 is basically 1.1 to give me the right margin. And it's going to be a market transaction, and it's going to be a market sell. And once I've recorded it, then I'm going to add my stop loss and take profit. So I right click anywhere along the line, go to modify. We said we wanted to take 6 pips. So I'm going to put in 60 points as 6 pips. I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So I'm going to make this 240, which is 24 pips. But I do like to take a look at where it is on our chart. Oops, come on here. Ideally, when I'm doing it, I would put my stop loss up above here. 24 pips. Let's see, it would put us. That's 38. So 40. So normally if I'm taking it, I'm going to go 2 stop losses away. I'm going to go about 40 pips. We are about here, which I guess is okay. I want to be a little more conservative with you, but the stop loss is kind of a function of what your risk preferences are and how accurate you are. And they go through that in training. All right, so we've taken 1 trade. To reiterate, and we're going to see if we can take another trade here. We took a sell on the USD JPY with a take profit of 113.924. That's 113.924, and a stop loss of 114.224. Stop loss of 114.224. Now let's go and we've got about 5 minutes left and see if we see a thick orange line trade. So on the thick orange line trade, it's an entirely different signal. So we're not going to start with the middle signal here. We are going to start up here with the TNTs, and we're basically looking to see where the thick orange line is. And this thick orange line is a scaled number. When is it as high as it can go? This is at 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. And what it's telling us is when it's at 10, it believes there's no more up in the movement. So if there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. Likewise, when it's at 0, it's telling us it thinks there's no more down in the movement. It's a good time to buy. So we're going to go through and basically see, do we see a 0 or 10 are within 1 point of either end. So 8 isn't within 1. 9.5, yes. That is within a half a point of 10. When I see this, then what I want to do is I want to look and see where my major and minor lines are. If my major and minor lines are well above the blue, especially the majors, if they're well above the blue, that is time for a five pip sell. And we have that here. So I'm going to go ahead and we want to take this trade when there's less than 5 minutes left. And right now we've got less than 5 minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead and take a 5 pip sell on the Euro USD. What's happening here, this is a little scalp trade, so we don't have to do any calculating, is that there's a lot of pressure. You can kind of think of it as a rubber band, and there's a lot of pressure. And when the candle changes, there's a little bit of snap, and you can see it's still pushing up. Some people may want to wait until it actually changes. I'm going to go ahead and take it now because I'm confident enough. A 5 pip sell on the Euro USD. So I'm going to open up my Euro USD. I am going to click new order, which is on the second row up above here. My volume is going to be the same. I've got 10,900 in the account, so moving the decimal place over 4 spots goes to 1.0. But since it's a 9 here, I'm going to just round up to 1.1, and I am going to do a market sell. Once the sell is recorded, I am then going to right-click along it. I'm going to go to modify. This is worth 5 pips, so I'm going to put 50 points in there. 50 points, click the little blue button. It does the math for me. We use a 4-to-1 on this, so if I'm going for 5 pips, I'm going to use a stop loss of 200 points, which is 20 pips. Click the red button, and I like to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I'm going to just check my entry, which is at 1.11624.1. 24.1. If I take 5 away from the 24, I'm going to go to 19.1, and I'm at 19.4. So I'm just going to change this to 19.1 to get my full 5 pips and record. So second trade we took was a thick orange line trade on the Euro USD. That is at 116. Oh, excuse me. Take profit is 116.19.1. 116.19.1. Stop loss is 116.444. 116.444. And I am going to go ahead while we're looking at this, and I'm going to close out that other trade real quick. So from last night, if it didn't already if it didn't already close. Oops, what happened here? Rescan servers. I'm not sure what's going on here. It says I've got no connection. All right, well, we'll figure that out when we get off. Let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. So, all right, this morning we took 2 trades. One was a 10-point trade using the 10-point signal. We're taking 6 pips. We're trading against the trend on the USD JPY with a take profit of 113.924, stop loss of 114.224. And then we took a thick orange line trade on the Euro USD sell for take profit of 1.16191, 1.16191 with a stop loss of 1.16444. I expect the Euro USD to close within the next hour, the US JPY within the next 3 hours. Some people on the on this thick orange line trade actually like to see the number jump by 1. It's actually already started to come down. It did jump by 1. We're into the next hour. So we were at 9.5, and it's now to 8.3. So that means it's going to start pulling back. So this is the confirmation that we should be okay on this trade. Okay, gang. We will see you on Thursday. We are here to help. If you have any questions, reach out to whoever your coach is or to me, and we'll get you the help you need. Thanks so much, and see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.